everyone, Live It Like Lisa here, and today I thought I'd show you the setup of my purple Malden. Now I know if you guys have subscribed to me, you may have seen a couple of videos back. I actually bought a new planner, which was this grey A5 planner from Cocoa Paper, and I tried it out for a couple of weeks and it just wasn't working for me basically. And there's a couple of things, not that I'm not happy with, because the planner is beautiful and because there's a lot I love about it, but there's just a couple of things that I prefer. I prefer my Malden over this. And the first thing is the fact that it's a stiff board cover, whereas the Malden is a floppy cover. So the Malden's just like your leather floppy cover, whereas this feels like it has like a cardboard insert that makes it stiff. So that's the first thing that I prefer in the Malden, is that it's a floppier cover. And the only other thing that wasn't doing it for me is that the ring mechanism is very loose. You can see here it doesn't take much to open the rings, so I like having a very thick planner, as you can see. So it was actually straining on the rings quite a bit, and to the fact where these bottom ones were pulling apart and the papers were actually coming out. So they're the only two factors really why I still prefer the Malden over this one. It's a beautiful planner, it's quality leather, it's made beautifully. There's nothing bad about it. Basically just my preference that I wanted a floppy planner. And I did actually write to the company to ask them whether they actually did any planners with the floppy cover like the Malden. And she said at this stage, not at the moment, but they do have plans to do them in the future. They're just working on other projects at the moment. So maybe in the future, if they do bring one out, I will definitely go back to that shop and purchase one if they've got one there that takes my liking. Because yeah, there's nothing bad about the shop, nothing bad about the quality. It's just my personal preference. So I'm not sure if I'll be holding on to this one or not as yet. I'm back in my purple Malden, my trusty and one and only, and the more I'm using it, the more I'm getting used to the purple again. Like I said before, I love the color, but I just did want something a little bit more neutral just as my everyday planner. And I do know that Filofax has brought out a stone colored Malden. I'm just not sure, like on a few videos I've watched, it looks very grey, which is what I love, but then on a few other videos I've watched, it's like a beigey color. So I'm just not sure whether I want to leap into such a big expense when I'm not 100% sure on what color it actually is. If it was the greyish tone, I would definitely get it. Anyway, a little bit of a backstory, but back onto the setup of my Malden. Now, I really love bullet journals. So I've tried to incorporate the bullet journal type organization into my Malden as well. So you'll see I have like collections and things like that in here, as well as my pages are not the traditional Filofax pages as far as the weekly planner. So yeah, it's kind of like a mix between a bullet journal and a Filofax. So we started off, that's the cover. In the pockets here, I just have some journaling cards that I can just use to write on and slip into the planner as I need it. I've got a couple of little post-it notes that I'm using just to stick in there when I need to write anything on them. Rainbow sticky note list there, some little tabs here. And then in this section, I just have some more little, these were from the Smashbook. I think they were from like a Smashbook pack, but just some other little sticky label tabs. So my little dashboard cover, I've just got two of those journaling cards on here, back to back on a clear acetate cover. So do more of what makes you happy. And then I've just stuck that one on the back. So my little dividers I actually made myself. I just used a basic divider template and just cut them out of cardstock pretty much. I just used some plain colored cardstock and yeah, just decorated it with some scrapbooking embellishments and paper embellishments. So at the start here I have my color code. So I like using colored pens in my planner. So anything to do with my husband's work or anything for him, he's got the blue color. I'm in pink. Any school events are in purple. Army cadets for my son is in green. Bills are in red. Any family day plans we put in orange. And any birthdays in like a pinky purple. So I started off using these weekly planner here, and I bought these off a Etsy shop as well, and I just only bought a month's worth just to try out what I like, because I wasn't 100% sure of the setup. I like the fact that I've got a weekly view of my week here, but just a lot of these boxes I wouldn't really use. Like I'd use the meal plan one and the to-do list, but all of these ones I wouldn't really use. So I just bought 1 month of a couple of different ones that I can just try out and see which ones suit me. So that's, yeah, I've done a little bit of decoration on it just with some washi tape and things like that. So if we come back to the beginning here, that was the first week. So this is the week that has just gone. And you can see, like, I've just decorated it with a few stickers, and I've used some of these sticky notes as well just to write some extra like shopping lists or ideas for my vlog. So I've got the weekly view here, which has any meetings that I have at work, whatever's happening on that actual day. And then I've got like a running to-do list here for the whole week. So that's how I've been using it. But that, like I said, is not my ideal setup. So I've got a couple more weeks left of that setup, which I've decorated the next coming week. So I've got next week, the week after that week. So by mid-October, this is when I've kind of created my own. And I think this is actually going to suit me a lot better. So what I've done, and I've just printed off the internet. I got some A5 size paper from Officeworks, and I printed off a dot template onto some A5. So it's kind of like you've got your dot grid in here. I don't know if it's actually coming up on the camera if you can see it, but it's got some fine dots on it there. So I've basically created my own bullet journal pages, and then I'm photocopying them so I don't have to keep drawing them over and over. But the way I like to have it set up is I've got my date running down the middle. I've got this section here for any events that are booked in for that date. And then on this section here is anything that needs to be done that day. So for events, things like school excursions, meetings at work, family trips that we've planned, holidays, anything like that will go in this column. And then in the today column is where I'll put any bills that are due, what roster my husband's working, like put his work times in there, any rostered days off that I have, but just anything that is on that day. So if a bill is due on that day, it'll go there. And I thought that's actually, yeah, that kind of suits my lifestyle a lot better. And then for this long section here, that is going to be my running to-do list. So I'm going to just put a title up here, to do, and then I just have a running to-do list for the whole week. So then I can just tick off as I do it. This section here is going to be for my meal plan, so for like what we're having for dinners each day. And then I've got 2 spare boxes here that I can just use whatever. So I can put like some habit trackers in there, or gratitude space, or decoration, the weather, whatever. So I've just got 2 spare boxes there that I can just use at will. So this actual setup, yeah, I think that's definitely going to suit my lifestyle. So that first section there, that's then taken up with all of that weekly planning. So my next section here, I have another little tab that I've decorated, and I've got some things in the pockets. I've made like little pockets. So this section here is all the house stuff. So this has my cleaning routine on here, which is my weekly cleaning routine here, what rooms I clean on each day, what I need to do daily. And then here I've got some boxes there for seasonal work. So things like washing the outside windows, you know, all that seasonal maintenance that you do around the house. So that will go there. Cleaning all the air conditioner filters. I haven't actually put them in yet, but that will be there. Then I have here a monthly maintenance. So I've got one box for each month, and then anything that needs to be done monthly. So like I said, I haven't filled that out yet, but that will be there. And I've tried to sort of set my pages out like a bullet journal style, so you know, with a little bit of decoration, I guess, fancy headings. I mean, I'm not good at writing, so I've just printed them out and stuck them on. And then also in this section is my 52 weeks to an organized home challenge. This is the 2018 one that I've printed off, and you can find that at Home Storage Solution 101. I'll leave a link to the website below, but that's really good because that gives you a weekly task, like a task for each week of decluttering and organizing your home. And that's just like the table of contents. And then each month you have something that you need to do each day towards your goals of, you know, decluttering and cleaning. So I really like that idea. I'll be starting that next year. Then we have here my wish list for the home. So things that we still need to buy or do for the home. I've only just got on there our theatre lounge and a herb garden at the moment. I've got a master to-do list, which I haven't finished decorating or filling in. And then I've just got some blank pages in there that have got nothing on them as yet. The next tab, again, just decorated my own tab. So this section is my YouTube section. So I have different YouTube video ideas I've put in here. I've got like an upload schedule, like in a perfect world, what I would like to do weekly, monthly, seasonally, and yearly. And then on these two pages, I have my YouTube tracker. So I just color in a box each time I've got 100 subscribers. So my goal so far up to here is in the 10,000 subscriber range, which will be very exciting. So I'm well on my way to that. And then here I've just set myself out just a little idea of what I want to achieve in September, October, November and December, as far as what videos I want to put out over the next couple of months until the end of the year. So that's that. And then I've got some ideas of what I need to include in my About Me tag, which I still need to do. And then there's just some blank pages there. In my next tab, I've just got some little things that you can slide in and out the pockets here. This tab is my personal section. So my weight loss tracker. In these big stars, I'm just going to put like a little incentive prize, I guess you would call it, for reaching, you know, once I've lost 5 kilos, an incentive prize once I've lost. And then in these pages, I've just printed out a couple of kind of like capsule wardrobe ideas off the internet, just different clothing mix and match ideas. I really like looking at those. And some nice outfit ideas that are sort of the style that I like, that I can hopefully start wearing once I can find clothes that will fit. So that's those. And then at the back here, I've just got also printed off the internet just some different ideas on how to use apple cider vinegar and at-home spa treatments. A couple of pictures of Kylie Jenner, because she's always got flawless makeup. She always looks really, really nice. So yeah, just some motivation there. Then I've got my wish list for myself on there. And then here, I haven't finished this page, but this is going to be like a healthy tips page. So different tips you can do to improve your health. So I still need to decorate that page. Then my next tab, this is my collections section. So all my different collections. So the first page here is any online orders. I still need to fill that out because I've got a couple of orders outstanding at the moment. Then the next one here is my bucket list. Then this one here is just a decorative page. I've got between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be. So I just need to decorate that page, just like a little title page. Then I've got my books to read collection. So these are all the books I've written down that I'm interested in reading. And then once I've read them, I will then shade them in. So that will make that page look quite nice. Then I've got movies to watch. So once I find a movie that I want to watch, I write it in here. And then again, once I've watched that movie, I shade that in. So this one needs, actually all three of them can be shaded in because I've watched those now. So this next couple of pages here are the episode trackers of all the TV series that I want to watch. So what I've done is I've put the season and then a little circle for each episode in that season, and as I watch it I just fill it in, so I pretty much know where I'm up to. So I've just printed off the internet a picture of the TV series that it is. I've got quite a few pages of these, and yeah, that just helps me keep track of all the TV series that I like to watch. So the one I'm really into at the moment is Suits. I'm getting through that. I'm up to season 6. So I love that show. It's really, really good. Yeah, so there's quite a few I actually need to start filling in, because I have watched a lot of The Office as well. So there's quite a few there. I'll put them in. Then the next page here are gift ideas. So this I've actually just put those on little post-it notes, and I've put each person's name. As I think of some gift ideas, I can just jot down some notes there, and then once we've given those gifts, you can just put another post-it note there and reuse it. So that's just my gift ideas page. A new one I've just created is my podcast page. Just gotten into a lot of podcasts at the moment, so I've written down a few that I'm interested in listening to, and as I finish those I can tick those off as well. And then the rest of that one is blank, so I've got quite a few other collections. I'll be filling those in shortly. Then my last section here, might just have to cover it up because it's sort of all the important information type section. So that's my tab for that one. So what I've done here, this page here, you can see here, I've put the logo. This is like the passwords, my passwords page. So I've put the logo for each of the different websites or whatever down here and just colored it in. And I just put next to it my username and password. And there's a couple of pages of those. So that's the next page as well. So yeah, again, I've just colored in the logo for each of the different websites, and I've listed them next to it. And I've got another page going here as well. And then on this page, this is our bank details. So our bank, credit card and tax file number. Again, I've just done the logos there, and then next to it I've put our banking and personal details there as well. For the cars, I've actually done, I've still got to finish this page, but I've put car registrations at the top. Done a little very basic picture of the car, and then also next to it is all the registration and insurance details, like when it's due. And that is pretty much it as far as what's in my planner. In the back here, I just have a little zip pouch, which I keep all my stencils in. So like they're all like little stencils you can purchase from eBay, and they've got like different decorative little things on that you can use for your bullet journals, so they go in there. And then this one, this little pocket divider here, I've just got some more sticky note tabs as well as some washi tape on some cards as well, and I just have my pen in there in the little pen slot. So that's my planner setup slash bullet journal, I guess you would call it, because I really love the idea of the bullet journal, but I just can't commit myself to using a notebook with it, because I know if I mess up one page in that bullet journal, it'll be all over for me. It'll just be like, I just won't be able to cope. So at least this way, if I mess up a page, I can just rip it out. No one will be none the wiser, and just start a new page. So that's what I actually like about using a bullet journal in a ring planner. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.